In this video, I'm going to attempt to survive 100 days on the new 1.17 Minecraft version, also known as the Cave Update. In this update, there's tons of new items, ores, and even a new hostile mob called the Warden. The Warden is found deep down in the caves and is very strong. If you see him, you definitely do not want to fight him. He can 2-hit you in full netherite armor. And if this isn't scary enough, I'm also going to be in hardcore mode, meaning one small mistake and the entire world gets deleted. These videos take a very long time to make, so if you do enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing if you enjoy my content. My goal is to hit 5,000 subscribers this year, and 90% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if all of you just subscribed right now, we could probably hit 5,000 tomorrow. Anyways, on with the video. Day 1. You probably already know by now, but I mined down some trees. There was this huge mountain right near my spawn. I thought about making a house on top of it, but then I realized how horrible that would be. It would take a full day just to get up and down the mountain. I found a goat just chilling on the mountain, which was pretty funny. Then I mined a ton of stone for stone tools. Before digging down and going mining, I killed a bunch of chickens for food. Then I dug down looking for a cave. I got some iron, and then I dug straight into a cave. I grabbed some coal, and then smelted the iron and the food I got. I then grabbed all the iron I could until my pickaxe broke. I crafted an iron pickaxe and went back at it. I found some copper ore, which is actually new to 1.17. I wasn't entirely sure what to do with it yet, but I just took it anyways. Then I took all the iron from the furnace and crafted full iron armor. Yeah, I had full iron armor on day 1, which is a record for me. I also crafted full iron tools. Then I sheared sheep, crafted a bed, and slept. On day 2, I sheared and killed a bunch of sheep for food. Then I found this weird thing in the water. I then went back into the cave and immediately got attacked by a bunch of mobs. I backed off and crafted a shield. Then I found another part of the cave. Caves are so huge in this update. I found some deep dark stone, which I took because why not? It's new. Then I heard this noise. I had no idea what that sound was, but it sounded terrifying. I went into the direction of the noise and it led me into some sort of jungle biome. There was a mineshaft right next to the jungle biome which I explored, and I immediately found a skeleton spawner. I opened the chest and couldn't believe I got a god apple. I almost died here just because I was distracted by the god apple. I tried placing torches over the spawner, but the skeletons did so much damage. Eventually I managed to disable the spawner and loot the chests. Then I went back to exploring and I bumped into the Warden. The second I saw him, I just ran. Then the Warden started making them sounds, so that's where it came from. After that, I placed down my bed and slept. On day 3, I placed all my items in a chest and went back mining. I took one of the skulk sensors, as I'm pretty sure these detect the Warden when placed down. I spent most of the day just looking around and collecting random blocks. I found diamonds, but of course it was just a single patch. Later on, I found some more diamonds though. Finding ores is so much easier now just because of how big the caves are. On day 4, I crafted a diamond pickaxe and mined a ton of obsidian for, of course, an enchantment table and a nether portal. While mining obsidian, I accidentally fell into lava. This could have been really bad. Then I spent the rest of the day just looking around in the huge cave. Nothing really too interesting though. On day 5, I killed a bunch of animals for food, and then decided I wanted to do some exploring around my world. I was sick of the constant mining. I crafted a boat and went across the ocean. I was hoping to find a village or anything really, but there was nothing here. So I went back home and ran into a different direction, and here I found a village. I took all the hay bales and the bookshelves. There were a few chests, but the loot wasn't so good. Then I took all the melons and that was it. On day 6, I explored the sand biome that was right next to my village. I was hoping to find a desert temple and I found one pretty quick. This temple was almost entirely under the sand. I looted the chests and luckily took the TNT, which you'll know why in a minute. When I went to build up, the zombie hit me down. If I hadn't mined the TNT, I would have 100% blown myself up. Then I went back home and spent the rest of the day mining wood. On day 7, I wanted to get started on my house, but I really wanted some spruce wood, as in my opinion that is the best looking wood in the game. I had to cross another ocean and got distracted by a ship. I got a treasure map from the ship and I got distracted and just tried looking around for the treasure. I had no idea if I was going the right way or not. Yeah, I'm stupid. After wasting half the day looking for the treasure, I found another ship. I also found a nether portal. After all that, it was night, so I slept. On day 8, I was not giving up on finding the treasure. I wasted half of day 7 just looking for it, so there's no way I was giving up now. I managed to get to the X, now I just needed to find the chest. And I found it, it was just under gravel. At this point, I was thousands of blocks away from my home, so it took me the rest of the day just to get back home. On day 9 to 11, I wasn't giving up on finding spruce wood. I went into a different direction, and I swear this world is just an ocean. After 10 entire minutes of just crossing this ocean in a boat, I finally found some spruce wood. I mined down as much wood as I could, then I realized my axe was almost broken, so I went mining. I found a cave and mined some iron, and crafted 3 iron axes. As I was leaving the cave, I saw so many zombies and thought there had to be a spawner. And there was. I placed torches around the spawner and looted the chests. Then I mined a bunch of wood and took saplings so I could plant the trees near my house. Then I had to go all the way back home. On day 12, I got started on my house. I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to build. It came out really nice though. I was quite happy with it. On day 13, I mined down a ton of birch trees. Then I made a floor in my house which I thought looked really nice. Then I placed down a load of chests and mined a ton of dirt so I could fix the water holes near my house. On day 14, I mined down all my spruce trees. Then I built a cow pen and decided I would make one for sheep as well. I found a single cow pretty close by and baited him into the pen. I found another cow a bit further away, and if you watched my first 100-day video, you'd know how slow the cows are in water. I eventually got him in the pen and breeded the cows. I found a single sheep and got him back to the pen as well, but by the time I did this, it was night, so I slept. On day 15 to 19, I killed a bunch of cows for food. I then cooked the food and went mining. I wanted to get enough diamonds for full diamond armor and tools. Nothing really too interesting happened. I was mostly running around in the cave, and I don't really think you want to see that. I did find quite a few diamonds, and then this happened. I turned around to see the warden right next to me. My heart sank. I thought I was dead, but I somehow managed to get out. After that, I decided I'm not staying here anymore and dug back up. And of course I had to dig up into an ocean, and I didn't have any wood on me, and there were no trees nearby, so I had to swim all the way back home. On day 20, I sorted out all my chests. Then I started flattening out my land, and the raid people were right outside my house. I managed to just run past them and get into my house, but the problem was I couldn't sleep because they were nearby. So I somehow killed them all while in iron armor. On day 21 to 22, I just did some housework. I placed cobblestone stairs around just to make it look nice. I then started to flatten out the land again and made a wheat farm. Then I planted the potatoes and carrots and made a melon farm. I made a pathway around the farm and animals, which I thought looked pretty nice. I then put some lanterns on top of the pens to lighten it up a bit. Then went looking around for some more sheep. And I found some. I baited them into the pen and could finally breed the sheep. The last thing I did was build a nether portal. I thought it'd be quite cool if I built the nether portal in the mountain, so I did. Day 23 to 27. I made an enchantment table and also made full diamond armor and tools. I had enough diamonds for a while, but was distracted by the housework. I enchanted all my gear and got some pretty good enchants. Then I headed into the nether. My spawn was in a warped biome. I had fire aspect on my sword, which was really good for killing the hoglins. Not only did I do a ton of damage, I also got cooked pork chops, meaning I don't have to worry about food. Then I accidentally made eye contact with an enderman, which was not good. He almost killed me. I had to use a golden apple. Then I got chased by a horde of piglins. I probably should have put gold armor on, but I totally forgot. As I was exploring and looking for a fortress, this happened. That was so close. I would have 100% died if I didn't block clutch right there. I finally got out the warp biome and got some soul sand and glowstone. I also took a ton of bone blocks as someone commented on my video telling me to, so I can craft bone meal for my farms. I read all the comments, by the way. Even if I don't respond to them all, I do read them. After a while, I found a bastion. I was honestly thinking, should I risk it or not? I decided I had to. There's no way I was traveling thousands of blocks and not looting the bastion. The piglins did so much damage, I had to trap them. There was no way I could survive by fighting them. I managed to kill all the piglins and I looted the chests. There was more to this bastion though. This was only one part. I went into the other part of the bastion. I was fighting off this piglin and I just got backstabbed by a random piglin. I almost died again here. I was so low. The armored piglin with the gold axe does 4 hearts a hit while I'm in diamond armor, which is ridiculous. I managed to kill him though, and then I took all the gold blocks. There was one more chest in the bastion which I looted and then I left. I decided I can't go home now as I had to find a fortress, which I did. There was a fortress really close by. I killed a few blazes and took the nether wart. I also found a few chests, but the loot was pretty bad. On the way back home, this happened. The amount of times I nearly died in the nether is insane. I somehow managed to get home safe and sound though. On day 28, I turned all my bone blocks into bone meal. I then bone milled a ton of carrots and potatoes and finished the farm. On day 29 to 34, I finally did the inside of my house. I made the walls stone, brick and wood. I also dug out a room for my enchanting room. The house looks so much better now. On day 35 to 37, I got started on the enchanting room. And once again, like the house, I had absolutely no idea what I was going for. Then I realized I forgot to make a sugarcane farm, so I made one with the sugarcane I had. Then I ran around collecting as much natural sugarcane as I could and added it to my farm. Day 40. I spent a couple of days AFK so my sugarcane farm would grow. I harvested all of my farms, then I killed a ton of cows for leather as I thought I had enough. I crafted 16 bookshelves which I added to my enchanting room. On day 41 to 43, I went back to the nearby village and hoped the villagers were still alive. Luckily they were, so I rang the bell which made all the villagers run back in their houses. I trapped a villager in a house and then turned him into a librarian. I traded a ton of items with him to level the villager up. On the first villager, I got a power 5 book which was insane. I made sure to buy one straight away. After that, I headed into the nether and mined a ton of quartz for levels. I level 30 enchanted a bow, hoping I would get infinity or flame, but unfortunately I just got power 4. I went back to the nether and mined quartz again for 30 levels. Then I enchanted another bow and got unbreaking 3 punch 1, which wasn't too bad. On day 44 to 45, I took all the gold I had and crafted gold boots. Then I headed into the nether to trade with piglins. I managed to trap a ton of piglins in a hole and then traded with them. I was hoping for a ton of ender pearls and also some fire resistance potions, as I was too lazy to actually get them myself. In the end, this was all the loot I got. Not too bad, I guess. Day 46 to 51. Luckily, I saved up a ton of wool from shearing my sheep. I crafted as many beds as I could. Then I went bed bombing in the nether, which in my opinion is the best way to find ancient debris. Ancient debris is what you smelt to craft netherite. If you end up doing this yourself, make sure you stand behind a block as the explosion does a lot of damage. I spent 6 entire days just blowing up beds in the nether, but it was worth it as I found a ton of ancient debris. Day 52 to 55. I needed coal as I had none, so I went and mined a ton. In total, I got 28 ancient debris from the bed bombing, but I also got one from the bastion, so I had 29 in total. Then I crafted a grindstone and unenchanted all my armor. I wanted to level 30 my armor, but of course I needed levels for that, so back to the nether and back to mining quartz. Once I had the levels, I enchanted my full diamond armor. I also collected the 29 netherite scrap from the furnace and crafted 7 netherite ingots. Day 56 to 60, I wanted to repair my diamond armor, but realized not only did I not have enough diamonds, I also didn't even have enough iron for an anvil. I feel like sometimes I forget I'm playing a hardcore world. From that mining trip, I ended up with almost a stack of iron and 13 diamonds. On day 61, I crafted an anvil and repaired my full diamond armor set. Then I upgraded it into netherite. I had full protection 3 and protection 4 netherite armor. I was so stacked. On day 62, I went back to the village. The same villager that was selling a power 5 was now selling a sharpness 5, which I could not believe. The only problem is I didn't have enough emeralds to buy the book. So I ran around and took as much natural sugarcane as I could, and then turned it into paper. But even with all the paper I had, I still couldn't afford it. I was very close though. Day 63, I still needed sugarcane for paper, but I wanted to do something productive in the day and not just wait around for my farm to grow. So I headed into the nether and mined quartz until I got 30 levels. I enchanted a sword at level 30, and of course I just got unbreaking 3. On day 64, my sugarcane farm was mostly grown, so I mined it all down. Then I went back to the villager and traded all my paper with him, and I bought a sharpness 5 book. Then I went back home and combined my swords together. I added my sharpness 5 onto the sword and then upgraded it into netherite. I had a sharpness 5 fire aspect netherite sword, and as it was night, I had to test the weapon out on mobs, and my god, this thing did so much damage. Day 65, I combined my bows together and then added the power 5 book. I had a power 5 unbreaking 3 punch 1 bow, which was very good. I could kill mobs with a single hit with this thing. Day 66 to 70, firstly I mined a ton of quartz for levels. Then I added soul speed 3 to my boots. I went back into the nether in hopes I would find a fortress, as I needed blaze rods for ender eyes. I know I found a blaze spawner previously, but I never saved the cords, and that fortress was very far away. So I decided to run into a different direction in hopes of finding a closer fortress. There were so many mobs trying to stop me on my journey, but with this sharpness 5 netherite sword, they didn't have a chance. After a while, I ended up on a dead end. I was not giving up here and started bridging over, and I accidentally let go of my shift key, making me fall straight into the lava. I needed to stay calm here because if I were to panic, I could have definitely died. I managed to get on the island and then replenished myself with the cauldron. Then I found a fortress. I found a blaze spawner the second I entered the fortress, which was very lucky. So I just grinded blazes for a while, and in total I got 11 blaze rods, which I definitely thought was enough. So I left and went back to my portal. Once I was at my portal, I decided to grind some enderman as well for pearls. I ended up with 7 ender pearls, which I thought was good enough. Day 71 to 75, I finally thought I was ready to fight the ender dragon. Out of all the 100-day videos I've uploaded, this is the most stacked I've ever been. So I geared up and took as much stuff as possible. Then I crafted 16 ender eyes. I threw an ender eye and the eye didn't work. I clicked it again and of course it was just lag and it threw 2 of them. And I lost both of the eyes. Luckily I had 1 more blaze powder, so I just crafted another ender eye. Then I just followed the eyes until one of the eyes went straight down into the ground, meaning the stronghold was right below me. I dug down and found not 1 but 2 wardens. I definitely did not want them sneaking up on me in the stronghold, as they could easily kill me. So I started bowing them, not expecting to actually kill them, but I managed to kill both of the wardens with my bow. Then I entered the stronghold and instantly found a library. This was the weirdest stronghold I think I've ever been in by far. Not only was the stronghold absolutely massive, it was also extremely broken. After searching around in this stronghold for over 10 minutes, I was worried that the portal was bugged and didn't spawn. Luckily that wasn't the case, I found it shortly after. I lit up the portal and entered. And of course, the first thing I did was blow up all the ender crystals. I built up on one of the highest towers, and I swear my bow shot was so good. I kept hitting every shot without fail. Once I took out all the crystals, I started to fight the ender dragon. The amount of damage my bow did was insane. The dragon came down to the floor, and my plan was to kill him with dripstone, but I don't think it's possible. Not only could I not place any blocks near the dragon, the dripstone didn't damage him, which was really unfortunate. I went back to bowing him and got him extremely low. Then he came down to the ground and I just killed him in a single hit. And of course, I took the dragon egg. On day 76, I realized how beaten up my netherite armor was. It was halfway to being broken, which was not good. I spent all the levels I got from killing the ender dragon on books, hoping I would get Unbreaking 3. I saw Infinity and was just too tempted and had to get it. Unfortunately, I didn't get an Unbreaking 3 book, but I got a few Unbreaking 1s, so I combined them and got Unbreaking 2 on my boots. On day 77 to 84, I really wanted an elytra, so I went back to the end. Once I got to the end, I started bridging over to the teleporter. At this time, I was so tired and was basically just falling asleep in my chair, so I wasn't paying any attention and almost died. But then I pulled through the teleporter and started looking around for an end city. I know I say this in like every video, but is anyone as crazy as me to bridge over the void like this in hardcore and then jump into the void and pull? I don't think so. It took absolutely forever, but I finally found an end city. This end city was so disappointing. I explored the entire thing and only found a single chest. I pulled over to the ship and even the ship's loot was pretty bad. But hey, I got an elytra, so I'm not complaining. On day 85, I went mining quartz again. I don't even know how long I spent mining quartz in this world. It's definitely a lot though. Once I got 30 levels, I enchanted a diamond pickaxe at level 30. And I got efficiency 4 on Breaking 3, which was very good. I added the efficiency 4 book I got from the stronghold, making it an efficiency 5. Then I upgraded it into netherite. I also put infinity on my bow. Day 86 to 92, I crafted a ton of fireworks. Then I flew on top of the mountain that was near my house. There were so many goats just chilling up here, and I was so high up I could see into the clouds. Then I flew back to the end portal. Once I was in the end, I jumped off into the void and just flew around. Traveling was so much easier now, but when I was flying, I got lost and was completely surrounded by void. I could not see a single thing, which was very scary. I couldn't even tell where I was going. Luckily in the end, I found an end city. I found 2 chests and the items were okay. Then I looked down and just saw so many shulker boxes. My bow did so much damage to them. Sometimes I could even one-hit them. I found a few more chests with some pretty good loot. Then I looked at my elytra and saw it was on 7 durability, which was not good. I flew over to the ship anyway and looted the chests and of course got a new elytra. Day 93 to 98, I improved my house a lot. I made a floor, I made everything stone brick. I moved my nether portal from the mountain to inside my house as it was easier to get to. Then I went to the nether and got some blackstone, and I finally built a brewing room. Day 99 to 100, I went mining quartz in the nether. Then I enchanted a shovel at level 30 and combined my shovels together. I had 1 netherite ingot left, so I used it on upgrading the shovel. I was going to get 30 levels and get a good axe as well, but to be honest, I was just too lazy. And there you go, I officially survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft, but on 1.17. As always, these videos take a very long time to make, so if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, goodbye.